Part 11. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm Chasing Water in the Sky. Chapter 101. Kyushu, is this putting on their celebration festival movie? Despicable Kyushu, Dakin is obviously the ancestor of my great Sakura Island. I'm afraid Kyushu has a bad brain. Sure enough, it's a Chinese who doesn't breathe free air, but fortunately I left early. I love big eagle sauce, I have an eagle sauce dream. Oh, brother, congratulations on joining the Freedom family. Kyushu's actions in recent months have been dazzling, and no one is afraid of a posture. Those free netizens and people naturally can't understand it. Even, they were very dissatisfied with the repatriation and disturbing their lives as good as those here. But for the top leaders of big countries, it can be described as a very headache. Inside the eagle sauce lair, overwhelmingly, pictures, text messages, videos, etc. uploaded by Kyushu netizens. 79.7 makes the heads of eagle sauce unclear about the situation. It's a bunny's movie promotion. I know that the rabbit has a problem, and this information should come from this hidden secret agency. Also the dragon, King Kong, slapped the continent with a slap. The rabbit is stuck in our neck, stuck in the brain, dizzy, hallucinations. Oh, guys, we should send a few free psychiatrists to the rabbit to treat him. It just so happens that I know a personal doctor. Do you need a referral from me? It seems that the various blows against rabbits still need to be continued. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's talk about your intelligence department, new manpower, or rebellion, whether it has succeeded. Someone laughed casually, but the person who was asked said solemnly, none of us can enter their land. They have closed all airports, even borders, since the last 2 days. Even the internet, we don't have any way to break in. It seems that it is necessary to make a few formations tremble in the past. Let's take those little brothers again, but remember to rob them by the way, so that they don't forget that the breath of freedom protects them. Ha 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 ha. Tisk, I think they're smiling a lot. The three elders looked at the holographic projection, looked at the laughter of those people, as if they were looking at clowns. I couldn't help but dig it out in my pocket, when the cigarette box was taken out. With a bang, it turned into a spirit fruit. But he seemed to have known it for a long time, so he didn't rush and ate the spirit fruit. Your little granddaughter has learned a hand of illusion, but she performs for this old man for you every day. The second elder spat out a terrible sentence, and his expression was extremely relaxed. But then he said, propaganda and momentum have begun, and those people abroad, don't pay attention. The most important thing now is to focus on the origin, and when the celebration starts tomorrow, we will start our plans. Heavenly Court Project. In the light of the great elder's eyes, there was a burst of essence light, and the power was impressive. The implementation of this plan is about to start our space journey. It's a pity that the time is too short, and the space education of students needs to be strengthened. Yes, now is not the time to have anything to do with foreign countries. Time waits for no one. However, it's okay to be in the solar system now, and if you sail far away, the scientific research department wants to thoroughly understand the Predator's technology. In particular, the technology of space migration is what is most needed to sail to the stars. But I'm afraid it's going to take a long time. Everyone knows that technology can't just jump to development. It's easy to get deformed. It is necessary to comprehensively and slowly upgrade the entire civilized country in order to ensure the healthy development of society. They don't want to be able to make a space jump, and as a result, they run to an alien planet, and they can't transform a planet. You can't make food at will, you can't get energy at will, you can't transfer information at will, and so on. Technology is just a circle, and it needs to expand the whole circle in a regular circle, contact more unknown information, and then grasp it. Don't go all the way and get everyone in there. As a result, everything else lagged behind. That's really stupid. Except for the movie, there shouldn't be a real race doing this. If you read a violent novel, go to Feel a Novel Network. It's only possible unless it's a transcendent race. The elders don't know what time the business has spoken. It's midnight. The day of celebration has arrived just in time. All of a sudden, the style of painting in Kyushu has changed. The holographic projection equipment that was installed in all cities and even towns early was turned on zero. Appeared in every corner of Kyushu. It was as if Kyushu had entered the future era in an instant. In the middle of the streets, holographic projection was turned on. It makes people think that they are hallucinating. Floors, or walls, or even street lights, etc. There are inexplicable signs of various signs. Kyushu's infrastructure maniac is really not built. Sneaky, almost the entire Kyushu has been transformed. Of course, this is also inseparable from the assistance of various high-tech companies that have been contracted in early. But doesn't this consume electricity? Just kidding, if it weren't for the fear of making trouble abroad before. Kyushu is eager to make fusion technology available to the world. What is called inexhaustible energy? This is the day of the national carnival, and there are many people who go out shopping and eat supper at night. This sudden change shocked everyone. Hurry up and stop playing games, hurry up and come out, are we crossing over? Some people call friends, gather relatives and friends, and go out to enjoy the holographic night view. In Kyoto, a real dragon roars and rises to the sky. Accompanied by a holographic projection, Asgard appeared in mid-air. In the magic capital, there are white tigers crawling, waiting for an opportunity. Above the white tiger, there seemed to be a little girl, sitting there sullenly and unhappily, eating ice cream. In the sheep capital, the Suanwu covers the sky and the sun, and the star runes appear on the turtle 2.8 armor, blooming with a mysterious light. Let the hot sheep capital, the temperature is a lot cooler. In the Sichuan capital, flames appeared all over the Suzaku body, and there seemed to be a male and female phoenix accompanying the flames. Hot batch. But there are so many people humming and eating hot pot. It's so spicy. And not only these places, but the whole of Kyushu is in a kind of carnival feast. Let the people of Kyushu linger in it. It's not good, there must be something big during the day, go to bed quickly, lest you not be able to get up tomorrow. Sample, I'm still sleeping, I burned the bed, sit and wait for tomorrow. Hey, naked eye holographic projection is so mature, when can I buy it? I'll go back and project my wife. Upstairs, you're not married. Together. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 102. The sun is rising. The nation's one-night party continues. On this night, the young people of Kyushu, for some reason, always felt that they were full of energy. Between breaths, it seems that you can feel an inexplicable upliftment. This is because the 6 realms of reincarnation have been laid out since 0 o'clock. And the Kyushu national fortune that was originally prosperous in the country. At the moment when the 6 reincarnations of Kyushu were arranged, the aura of feedback was indeed several times more than that of Great Chin. The national fortune is not only based on how large the land area is, but also includes people's livelihood, science and technology, education, agriculture and so on. Kyushu was greeted by Emperor Chin of Great Chin before, and he understood the trick. Naturally, I started to sweep away the dirt early. Outsiders were repatriated. And those students who have already learned martial arts before, or young people. There are many people who suddenly find that there is a change in their body. It seems that there is a wave of energy in the danchan in the abdomen. This is the force. This is Kyushu's name for energy. Like magic, chakra, internal force, and mana, a name for energy. In class groups. Teacher, teacher, at the dantian of my stomach, it seems that something is sprouting 05 buds, very warm, is this the force? Hey, do you have that too? I have this too. On the top floor, I just threw a punch and a punch made a crack in the wall, with the help of the force. +1. For a while, it seemed like this kind of class group, or a martial arts exchange group, or a martial arts hall teaching group, and so on. There are messages sent out. But the reply they received from the teacher was panicked fart, martial arts master fart, mutated fart, what do you think? I have already reminded you, don't swipe the screen again. And after the 6 realms of reincarnation are established, the origin secret realm contract that Kyushu first obtained instantly coincided with the fortunes of the country. But it didn't turn into a black dragon of national fortune like Dakin. Rather, it evolved into a graceful phantom in the void. The apparition radiates a soft glow of sacredness and majesty. The moment everyone saw it, a name appeared in their minds. Nuwa. This is the name of Nuwa Niang, who created man in mythology. But this Nuwa is not another Nuwa. In the eyes of the elders and many high-ranking people, in the divine light, Nuwa finally absorbed all the national fortunes. Meantime, at this moment, everyone in Kyushu felt an inexplicable feeling. It was as if there was a solid net standing above the head. It seems that there is an inexplicable being examining his own mind. There was a very vicious man, hiding in the mountains and forests, and suddenly he hugged his head and cried. But a moment later, there was still no sign of repentance. There is no thunder in the sky, and there is no heavenly punishment. But after a while, he was inexplicably arrested and brought to justice. And the gaze returned to Nuwa's side. My name is Nuwa, and I have met all the elders. Haha, I have to have the spirit of Nuwa manifest in Kyushu, and I will go to the next level. The role of Nuwa is different from that of the Great Chin Black Dragon. Basic monitoring, or merit, and other functions, are the same. It's mainly about the focus. Kyushu's national fortune manifests Nuwa, which is more technological. That is, information computing and storage, analysis, and so on. It can be connected to all smart electronic devices and has the power of extraordinary information. It seems to be a god of information concepts. In the future, the top management of Kyushu will no longer have to worry about the development of artificial intelligence, which will have an impact on Kyushu. With the stability of Kyushu, it is bound to connect artificial intelligence to Nuwa and become a subsystem of Nuwa. In the future, even if he is separated from Nuwa, he doesn't have to be afraid of any intelligent rebellion. Moreover, Nuwa can obtain information power and can cover almost the entire solar system. If you read a violent novel, go to Philu Novel Network. That is, you run Mars above Jupiter and can contact Kyushu at any time without the slightest delay. You run Mars and Kyushu online to open the black, and you won't worry about the delay of packet dropping. And with Nuwa's assistance, the entire Kyushu can be more efficient for many things. Of course, Nuwa is naturally hidden behind the scenes. On the bright side, it will naturally be Nuwa's various subsystems. That's right. Nuwa is still connected to the 6 realms of reincarnation. In the future, when you enter the prefecture of Kyushu, the fully information-based prefecture office, please don't think that it is a fake prefecture. After understanding some of Nuwa's functions, in the Great Hall, Nuwa's figure shook and changed into a petite and cute appearance. Wearing a black and white panda costume with black sunglasses. The 2 tiger teeth look a little fierce and fierce. Nuwa, what's wrong with you? The elders were startled, thinking that something had happened to Nuwa, who had just manifested. It's okay, I'm Nuwa, what can I do? Isn't this good looking? Young men in Kyushu love it. The elders glanced at each other and immediately felt that it was necessary to give a little help to the young people's ideas. Boss, it seems that the travel line from another world needs to be opened. That's right, De Ming and De Qin, the number of women, but there are a lot, let the young people open their eyes. Yes, if you intermarry, it will also strengthen the relationship between our four countries. Nuwa looked at these elders who were disrespectful to the elders and didn't know what the hell they were thinking. A moment of silence for the young people of Kyushu. By the way, elders, will reincarnation be open 690 now? Hearing Nuwa's question, the elders were naturally prepared. Nuwa, let's transfer the manpower we prepared first. The people who have been trained and studied in the Great Qin Prefecture have naturally returned. I'm going to work today. They can only be wrong that they have to carry out new work at the time of today's celebration. However, when the time comes, the projection will be opened in the underworld, and you can see it the same. The flag-raising ceremony is also indispensable to the prefecture. While there's still time. Naturally, the elders went to handle the matter of the underworld first. Flag-raising ceremony was held with the new residents of the prefecture. There are also various state-of-the-art computer equipment, information equipment, and so on. Far away. Looking at the elders who were all ready, he said to Nuwa. Nuwa, let's start, let's witness the opening of reincarnation together and record this historic scene in Kyushu. The moment the great elder finished speaking, the whole reincarnation clicked, and there was a muffled sound. The sound is heard throughout the solar system. The next moment, in an instant, many souls began to appear. And their first stop is to pass by the place where the flag-raising ceremony will be. A brand new flag fluttered at the first stop in the underworld. Many of the buildings still have small flags in the corners. There are even slogans. Strive to create ghost Chinese clear pace setters. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 103. In this world, people die all the time. On average, 2 people die almost every second. But on the other hand, every second, 4 people are born. The moment the underworld in the 6 realms of reincarnation opens, every second a soul descends. Well, that's right, not only Kyushu people, but also outsiders. Oh, cake seller. I believe in God, you Kyushu have no right to restrict me, I breathe free air and die, I want to go to heaven, I want to report. The elders stood not far away, their eyes twitching. Nuwa, will this outsider also be pulled into reincarnation? Boss, of course, our Kyushu country is prosperous, looking at all directions, and reincarnation envelopes the entire solar system. As long as it is in the solar system, any intelligent creature that dies will be pulled into it. After hearing this, a question appeared in the great elder's mind. Nuwa, in the past, we didn't have 6 reincarnations, so it was also death, is there any difference? Where have our souls gone? After listening to this, Nuwa looked like an idiot, and her innocent eyes blinked. Boss, our universe is a universe of demonic matter, a materialistic universe, and a technological universe. The human soul is not embodied at all, the physical body is only carrying our brain, growing consciousness. After death, consciousness dissipates, that is, brain death, how can there be a soul or something? After the appearance of the 6 realms of reincarnation, the entire solar system, the concept of reincarnation, the concept of the soul. That's what it's like today. And, later, when the first soul judgment enters reincarnation, the universe will give us a great deal of merit in Kyushu and reward us for our contribution to the universe. Under the watchful eye of the elder group, the soul that had just died in front and was pulled into reincarnation. In between pushing, I slowly passed by the flag stand in Kyushu. Among them, an old man covered in golden light was in good spirits. While passing by the flag, take a deep look at the flag. Then stand up straight and salute. Ah, what a great merit, a person with this kind of merit is in the underworld, but it is very powerful. Nuwa pointed to the old man and said. The golden light of this old man, and his saluting action, naturally attracted the attention of the elder group and the staff of the prefecture. This is a veteran, an incognito veteran. The boss said in a deep voice. But didn't bother. The underworld has the rules of the underworld, and you can't break it casually. But a person with such profound merit, even the underworld, will also give him a cheap act. For example, take the VIP channel of merit. They will be asked to return to their hometowns to visit their families. They will be asked if they would like to be in office, or if they will be reincarnated. Moreover, in the next life, he must be a good family, and his fortune must be deep. And the sin is a pitch-black oil stain attached to the surface of the soul. What awaits him is naturally the favor of hell. He must be cleansed of his sins before he can be reincarnated. Moreover, it is not necessary to vote for adults. Let's go, it's morning, and the celebration is about to begin. After watching it for a while, I thought about seeing the excitement, but among the people who turned into ghosts, even those who were deeply sinful, they were obedient here. Disappointing. A night of holographic projection carnival in Kyushu, accompanied by the revival of aura, made many people stay up all night. And still energetic. The sun is rising. The morning glow is scattered all over the world. Over the land of Kyushu, there seems to be a haze of colorful light. The dragon flies and the phoenix dances on it, and the crane sings. There are fairies floating in it, and the neon clothes and satin are fluttering. If you read a violent novel, go to Filu Novel Network. In the holographic projection, the flag-raising ceremony of the land of Kyushu began. Solemn, solemn. This scene was transmitted to the entire land of Kyushu and broadcast live to the whole world. And in the origin, those Kyushu people who were sent to the Ming dynasty, the Great Qin and the ninja world. Or someone who is still cleaning up zombies in the zombie secret realm. They can only watch the celebration program together through the live broadcast. Of course, there are many people participating in the celebration today. The figure standing on a high place, standing with the elders, talking and laughing, was photographed by a holographic projection. In the words of the narrator host Bing Bing, everyone realized it. The emperor in a black dragon robe, His Majesty the Emperor of the Great Qin Empire, Yingzheng. Dressed in the Emperor of the Ming yellow dragon robe, His Majesty the Emperor of the Ming Empire, Zhu Yuanzhang. The leader of the Ninja Alliance wearing the white robe of the Ninja World, a generation of Muobo Feng Shuman, and the deputy leader Uchiha Fugaku. The world will help the master to dominate, the Wudang sect Grand Master Zhang Sanfan, and the 9 pillars represent the butterfly ninja. The dragon representative, the dragon god Luko. Monster representative, King Kong. 4 eyebrows Lu Xiaofeng, White Cloud City Lord Yegukan, Sword Saint, Sword Demon, Sword God. Chen Tangguan carries Li Jing. This scene was transmitted to thousands of households, which can be said to have stunned everyone. That is the first Emperor Yingzheng who unified the 6 countries and swept the world. I declare that I will be a fan of the first emperor from now on. I'm sorry, my idol is Daming Zhu Yuanzhang who started a bowl. Hey, 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 who are we supposed to talk about? This one by one, is it possible that our country has mastered a space-time gate and can go to another world? If it's really another world, then I have to sign up and go to another world to have a look. Don't make a fuss, look at what is coming out now. What plan is Bing Bing talking about? Heavenly Court Project. As always, review the fighters, armament. But today's finale, how can people be shocked the more they look at it? The Heavenly Court Project is meant to be in space. I was the first space team in Kyushu for Blue Star. At this stage, this is the first step, the South Heavenly Gate plan of Heavenly Court. Next, there are the Nantianman Guardian Heavenly Soldiers, and the Nantianman Divine General Giant Spirit God. Bingbing's voice fell. A huge transcendent warband of 400 warriors suddenly appeared. It seems like they've been there all along, just can't see it with the naked eye. This is the Heavenly Soldier of Heavenly Court. The Heavenly Soldiers, that is, the extraordinary warriors, are dressed in the latest research and development of intelligent battle armor. Blended with extraordinary metals, crafted with technology. This armor stealth was developed in the Predator. And every warrior is at least an extraordinary fifth order. Wearing a battle armor, you can survive and fight alone in space, land, and sea. Small nuclear power, providing them with an almost constant supply of energy. And there is also a ninja rune sealing technique, which can store some food or ammunition. Each of them is now thrown out of Kyushu. One person can almost destroy a country. Even the final self-detonation is still a powerful nuclear explosion. Terror. Bundle. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm Chasing Water in the Sky. Chapter 104. Impossible. Overseas netizens called it impossible. How can this be live? It's a movie. Holographic projection, futuristic technology, extraordinary armor. Watch the host's detailed description, with subtitle translation. Wearing this armor, you can also go to space, and even go to the moon and Mars. Tut, it's really the style of Kyushu, opening your mouth is a big talk, they can't even ride a motorcycle, they still have to look at my warriors in the White Elephant Country. I declared, Kyushu must not steal my big stick country this time, a celebration, actually put a science fiction movie as a live broadcast, it's really a shameful face. For a while, overseas was noisy, and I couldn't tell the truth from the real in Kyushu. After all, Kyushu is now blocked by Nuwa. It's a pity that this armor is too difficult to produce. The boss whispered. On the side, Yingzhen nodded. These armors were developed by researchers from all countries. In particular, the Grey Wolf and the Pleasant Goat, their contributions to scientific research. That's a lot of work. In addition, the forging materials are also produced in the Four Kingdoms together. Especially when it comes to space, it still relies on the help of the alien fire world and the ninja world. Especially for materials with spatial properties, this thing is not easy to find. The different fire world makes a space ring, which can only be made by relying on the materials of the space attributes 3. The transcendent heavenly soldiers, dressed in pitch-black armor, walked in unison. Under the light of the sun, there is a shadow of choosing people to eat. But it's not reflective at all. So handsome, wow, heavenly soldiers, soldiers. Wait a minute, there's also the heavenly general, the Jin divine general. Listen to the name, you know that it must be a huge mecha warrior. These people are really right. The giant spirit god General Mecha is really huge. Therefore, his appearance did not come out. Ladies and gentlemen, the next step is the appearance of the Jin Divine General. As we all know, the giant spirit god will be guarding the Nantian gate every step of the way. Therefore, what will appear with the giant spirit god will be our Nantianman. As soon as Bingbing's voice fell, everyone found that above the sky, a few search warships slowly fell. I'll go, aerospace carrier. I'll go, this can't be an alien. Comrades, are you ready for the future? AHH. The upstairs are so daring, and the inflatable ones dare to be taken out. And in the midst of laughter, only to see on the projection screen. Above the sky dome, 3 huge airspace aircraft carriers slowly appeared in the shape of a zigzag. And on top of this huge aerospace aircraft carrier, a huge mecha stood there, not moving. It seems that as long as you move, you will destroy the incoming enemy with the momentum of thunder. The heavy power rushed to the face and went straight to the bottom of my heart. Suddenly, the Jinn god will raise his hand with one hand and salute. And at this moment, the host Bing Bing continued. And along with Nantianmen, there is also the fairy bird Qingluan. Qingluan, the commander of the Nantianmen immortal bird, is a large airspace strategic carrier aircraft platform. All they heard was a roar, coming from out of the sky. It seems that a fairy bird has been singing for a long time. Suddenly, a huge metal giant like an airplane seemed to flapping its wings and fell from the sky. But the projection screen closes the distance. And I saw that the wings were shaking. Instead, the hatches were opened, revealing fighter planes from inside. The fighter plane fell from the hatch and took off in an instant, surrounding Qingluan. This is the Suanyao fighter carried by Qingluan and led by him. And this is led by the aerospace aircraft carrier Blue Sky Gate, the giant spirit god General Mecha, the Suanyao fighter led by the Qingluan carrier platform, and the extraordinary heavenly soldiers. Combined, this is the deployment of my Kyushu's Nantianmen plan. Built by me in Kyushu, Blue Star's first deep space strategic strike group. It's my Kyushu, and even Blue Star, the first force that can effectively resist the attack of alien civilizations. If you read a violent novel, go to Fila Novel Network. For a time, Kyushu was in an uproar and the world was in an uproar. Those little brothers who are around Eagle Sauce and are ready to come over to show off their might. When you see this message on a live stream. In my heart, it was mixed and uneasy. Eagle Sauce, chong chong chong, it's all fake, it's all fake. White Elephant, my motorcycle is broken down on the road, and it may be late. Stick, I'm still playing baseball, I'll be here after this game. Sakurajima, Smimarsaye, ya butterfly. Gallic Rooster, cluck, cluck. Hawk-chan. On the first day of the celebration, the display of high-tech equipment dazzled everyone. The figurines of the armed forces, among the people, suddenly sold like crazy. But with the arrival of the second day, a new storm appeared. However, Kyushu is not announcing technology or anything this time. Those things are still lost to enterprises and slowly and imperceptibly appear. Let everyone adapt slowly step by step. The next day, the Otherworld travel line was opened. Of course, there are only 3 places involved. Great Qin, Great Ming, and the Ninja World. In the same way, people over there can also come and travel directly. However, pay attention. These people are not raiders, they are not qualified to enter the secret realm of the dungeon and the origin space. It's just a simple trip to the past. In addition, it can only be used for a short period of time, not for a long period of time. However, it should be noted that you must follow the local customs and follow the local laws and regulations. Kyushu men are crazy. Do I have a chance to go to the hook bar and listen to the music? Tears, the fine traditional culture, was actually lost by us. I am going to try it, and I will definitely provide you with information when the time comes. Wait for me, and there's no one to form a team, I'll go to the bank to change some money first. Yes, and the currency. What currency, to consume in another world, can only use points, you need to exchange for the so-called points, in order to spend in the past. Tourism can drive consumption. It's a win-win situation. The people of Kyushu went to the other world to consume, and many of these things were purchased here in Kyushu. Labeled as a different world chamber of commerce, that is, imported. The price is several times higher. And it's not just Kyushu people who want to travel to another world. In these places of Dakin and Daming, there are also many people who want to see modern civilized society. But on the third day, in the origin, an announcement appeared. Let the elders of Kyushu be ready for battle. Ding. Chaos into the secret realm open. Strategy for the All Heavens dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 105. Ding. Origin notice. Chaos into the secret realm online. Note that the chaotic entry into the secret realm appears in a random way, and the location is the world where the raider is located. Discover Kyushu's chaotic entry into the secret realm. Info: Alien synthesis monster. Note that the blood of this monster contains special poison, and the pollution is extremely serious. If the flesh and blood explode, it will seriously damage the human land. It is recommended to kill with physical attacks, or directly control to reduce the flesh pollution of monsters. A new kind of dungeon realm. Moreover, this kind of dungeon secret realm is directly in reality, and it is not another world. Nuwa, comprehensively inspect every corner of Kyushu. As soon as there is any news, it will be handed over to Wu Changguo. Absolutely not, at this moment of celebration, cause any casualties to the people of Kyushu. The elders settled their minds and commanded. But to be honest, the information of the monsters in the secret realm is monsters. There is not much specific information, there is no place of appearance, and there is no saying about how it appeared. But the preparations that need to be done still need to be done. At the same time, the elders also immediately set off and went to the origin. I went to exchange information with various countries and heads of forces about the monsters that have entered the secret realm. Wu Changguo, on the other hand, took over the instructions of the elder group and started the live broadcast, so that they could also see it when they held a meeting in the source. The command room was instantly busy. But fortunately, the 6 reincarnations have been arranged. There is Nuwa, but also the city guardian goblin, and the contractor. Kyushu, that's not messy. Commander Wu, it's WA's information. Nuwa has already monitored that there is abnormal movement on the seabed not far from Sakura Island. Sakurajima. When Wu Changguo heard Liangrong's words, the corners of his mouth twitched. Could it be that the monster ran away to Sakurajima? At the same time, the holographic projection on the desktop of the command room lit up, and an ultra-high-definition blue light picture appeared inside. Saw. Well. 4, that's right. Wu Changguo rubbed his eyes and looked fixedly. I saw 4 huge monsters, which were rapidly swimming towards Sakurajima. And Sakurajima didn't say anything, even their eagle sauce daddy didn't find the monster. Send the message. Wu Changguo exhorted and sighed. It's no wonder that we in Kyushu, who knew that monsters would get lost. Liangrong paused for a moment, and then asked. Do you want to tell the monster contamination information as well? What's the use of saying it? What other methods can they attack besides bombs? It's none of our business. Just say that our satellite has found a monster trail, and that's it. Wu Changguo said casually. As for what damage the monster will do to Sakurajima, it's none of Kyushu's business. Liangrong nodded, of course there would be no pity. Instead, he had an expression of watching a good show. The news of the discovery of the monster's traces in Kyushu was sent to the world in an instant. A news titled that a huge monster appeared in the middle of the game, suspected of growing up drinking nuclear wastewater, and starting revenge, has been on the global hot search. But this kind of information, who knows if it's true or not? Even when I received a message from Kyushu, Sakurajima and Taka-chan didn't take it seriously. Until rumble. The huge, nearly 100-meter tall monster weighing several thousand tons, overturned a battleship. That's when he was discovered. At the same time, Kyushu directly started the whole process of monitoring the live broadcast. This kind of thing will definitely happen more often in the future. Although there will be blood in it, it still has to make the people of Kyushu increase their knowledge. I'm going, are there really monsters? Location, Yuxianjiayuan somewhere in Daming, read violent novels, go to Fila Novel Network. I'll be obedient, are you watching the live broadcast in the Kinglu? Don't make a fuss, look at that monster, Tisk, 4. It's a pity that I didn't come to our Kyushu, otherwise I would have been able to feast the giant spirit god general and beat the eyes of the monster. Look, there's A to support. 4 monsters are ravaging Sakurajima and have landed. Sakurajima, who was defenseless, suffered a big loss in an instant. Cities collapsed, killing and wounding countless people. Finally, it wasn't long before Sakurajima's guards reacted quickly. After all, they already have wolf ambitions, and they are always keeping an eye on Kyushu, as if they want to take advantage of Kyushu's weakness to come up and take a bite. The leaders of Sakurajima, of course, also contacted Daddy Taka-chan early. At this time, if they don't call Eagle Sauce Dad, they don't feel at ease. Daddy, please help. Son, Daddy will be here soon. Right away, right away. After all, this unknown giant monster, after being killed, may be able to obtain unknown biological research materials. But none of them knew the horror of the poisonous monster. It's not the horror of life. It's about the explosion of the body and the contamination of flesh and blood after death. Can make a place a dead land for hundreds of years. Moreover, these monsters are just hors d'oeuvres. Truly powerful monsters, but didn't come here. Perhaps, when the secret realm of that world is opened, after opening a few more times, it will be directly connected, the space-time wormhole of the unknown race, not necessarily. To deal with this monster, Kyushu has 10,000 ways to deal with it. It can even choose how to die on its own. It's a pity that the goal of his mission was killed by others. The 4 monsters were directly bombed into scum. Burst on Sakura Island. The virulence is already polluting large areas of land. G. Looking at the information report issued by Nuwa, Wu Changguo pursed his lips. Sakurajima is in big trouble this time. How many people died, not to mention the loss of less property for the time being. The highly toxic pollution of Sakurajima's land is the most important thing. I don't know when they will find out about this problem. Ding. Chaos into the secret realm completed. Reward the complete world level 1 monster *10, reward Kyushu aura add 1. Haha, interesting, this is considered our mission. The second elder said with a simple smile. Looking at their faces, they didn't have the slightest mercy for the disaster on Sakurajima. As for the follow-up impact, Kyushu has no time to deal with it. A monster of this level, 100, 1,000 times, is not enough for Kyushu to stuff his teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, the reward for entering the secret realm is not bad, it can actually increase the concentration of aura. The great elder Chao Yingzheng and Zhu Yuanzhang and others said. We don't have the authority to enter the secret realm now, we have to wait for the fusion of the 2 worlds to be completed, and then we will open the chaotic secret realm. Zhu Yuanzhang received the news before, so naturally there is relevant information in it. Big. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm Chasing Water in the Sky. Chapter 106. However, judging from the information of this chaotic secret realm, in the future, there will be monster invasions in the world, and it will become the norm. Bofeng Schumann grasped the core information of the chaotic secret realm. That's a monster similar to the one that invaded Kyushu this time. In the future, it will become the norm. After all, the opening of the secret realm is random. The appearance of monsters is also random. It's tricky, and not necessarily. And, sometimes, it's not the monsters that are in trouble. For example, zombie viruses, or aliens, and zergs. If you're not careful, you'll let it multiply. This is the core issue that everyone has to consider. But for the scattered forces, it is not a problem. The chaos of the scattered forces entering the secret realm has a very small chance of appearing. In addition, the chaotic entry into the secret realm of the world where the scattered people are located can also be used to shake people in a team, just like the real-time 073 state dungeon. Yingzheng has a black dragon in his hand, and here in Kyushu, a petite girl dressed as a panda is eating dessert. Let Bo Fengshuman and Zhu Yuanzhang look hot. Okay, this chaotic entry into the secret realm, for us and others, is just error. It can be regarded as adding a little fun to the people, in ordinary times. Yingzheng teased the black dragon and said. Zhu Yuanzhang nodded, then looked at the great elder and said. You Kyushu, this time, you make a force, with a different world tourism line, to raise the enthusiasm of the people. This trick is not bad. The great elder spread his hands, but said helplessly. I've been in Kyushu for a long time in recent decades. The people are protected by our fighters, and it's not bad. Even if you teach them martial arts, you can stimulate their blood, courage, and fighting spirit. But with the development of Kyushu, we are now beginning to step into the future science fiction era that I couldn't even think of before. I'm still afraid that they will get used to enjoying a stable life, but they will lose that adventurous spirit. The third child on the side took out a small box, turned it into a pear, took a bite, and then the boss said. But fortunately, our Kyushu men still have martial arts dreams, transcendent dreams. So, I want to let them experience first, De Ming and De Qin, or the life of the ninja world. After all, there are still many differences between the regulations on your side and my Kyushu. Actually, we have another idea, which is to. What thoughts? Zhu Yuanzhang peeled off an orange and tasted it himself. His brows were furrowed so sourly that he hurriedly handed it to Queen Ma, and then asked. That is, our four great powers, together with several scattered forces, have cooperated to hold a heavenly youth transcendent competition. You can let all the disciples, or the hundreds of schools, young students, etc., participate. There is no single rule in the tournament, that is, you can't use foreign objects to fight. It doesn't matter if you're killed or wounded, you can be resurrected anyway. The boss said some of Kyushu's thoughts in a deep voice. Lu Xiaofeng, who had 4 eyebrows, smiled hee. That's good. And it can also be used in conjunction with your tour. Each match point can be placed in a different world, in a different location. Attract visitors from all over the world, and stimulate your tourism and consumption. Lu Xiaofeng was able to say this, obviously he learned it after mixing it in Kyushu for a long time. He is now with Fafnir in the Dragon Maid, addicted to the game and unable to extricate himself. There are also Naruto's Nine Tails and others, who have established their own esports teams. Kiribi and Yao are now here with Kyushu and have started to learn professional rapping. Even the affairs of the ninja world, he pushed it all away, and he practiced his voice with the teacher every day. Lu Xiaofeng said so, but obviously let several leaders take it to heart. This is indeed a piece of information that can be pulled out for reference. After all, here in Kyushu, a large group of men ran to Daming and Dakin. If you read a violent novel, go to Filu Novel Network. The result is a flower cruise, a bouquet of flowers in the evening, and then a little song. I heard that the Kinglu over there of De Ming and De Qin is so good that business is so good that it explodes. The girls are tired. My voice is hoarse. It's only been 2 days, that's it? If the celebration is over for 7 days, won't it be fatal? The heat of youth shouldn't be a hook. We have to quickly let them transfer the heat of youth to other places. Well, it should be a good choice to go to the zombie line for a few months. By the way, Watergate, Flu, are you two over there the task? Zhu Yuanzhang opened his mouth to ask, and it was clear that he came zero before them. As a result, they have to establish 6 reincarnations before their own Ming dynasty, which is really sad and tearful. It's already integrated. Watergate and Flu glanced at each other and said with a smile. The ninja realm, are now looking for a suitable place to start building the capital of the Ninja Alliance. Moreover, after the members of the Ninja Alliance discussed, they decided that after they were 100% in control, they would start to apply for the 6 realms of reincarnation. Moreover, my ninja world itself has the existence of science and technology, but if it is combined with Kyushu, the development prospects are still good. Especially a technology that combines ninjutsu. As soon as Bo Feng Schumann talked about happy things, he couldn't stop. Okay, Watergate, it won't be long before you Big Barrelwood clan who came through time and space, don't kill it, you have to keep it for research. It was Zhu Yuanzhang who interrupted him at the end, and then advised. Who Zhu Yuanzhang is talking about, of course Watergate knows. However, it is not a time travel, but a parallel world. This is the intelligent elf who has asked about it. When the time comes, it should be Sasuke in the parallel world, and the son of Naruto in the parallel world. Coupled with that big barrel Mokpo style, the 3 of them came over together. It's a simple matter, and Atsuki Kagaya doesn't want to care. She is now at home every day watching dramas, palace fighting dramas, idol dramas, Fat 3.5 soap ethics dramas, anime. I don't want to care about anything. I have to say that she is really a simple old woman with no social experience. She doesn't care, she doesn't care, she can teach a ninja who can teach the big barrel of Kippo-style people. Not to mention grabbing a handful, but there are quite a few people. After all, the Divine Tree project is of great concern to everyone. A few days later, just when everyone was steadily developing, Konan-kun still did not escape the shadow of being scared out of the curse. Among the scattered people, some people are worried. It is Chen Tangguan Li Jing, Lord Li. It's no wonder he hasn't passed the cafe much these days. Feelings are a threat to the Dragon King, and they have spread to his family. This matter has to start with Neza before entering the origin space. On the beach, bury yourself in the sand and bask in the sun. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 107. You say, good and decent. Neza was buried in the sand, with his head outside, basking in the sun. Coming the prince of the East China Sea Dragon clan, Ao Bing. Accompanying Ao Bing was naturally Prime Minister Gui. And when Ao Bing saw Neza, the cute face that was customized by Li Jing. Naturally, he immediately came up to talk. Oh, this girl is really interested, the girl is really a great beauty. It's better to accompany this king to do something happy. Ao Bing didn't know, under that cute and delicate head. That's a pure devil muscle man, nicknamed King Kong Barbie. Wait for little Neza to get out of the sand. Revealing the body of King Kong Barbie, it was directly Ao Bing. I was so frightened that I almost returned to the western sky, dying, foaming at the mouth. Although Xiao Neza is only 7 years old, he still knows some first aid knowledge. For example, cardiopulmonary resuscitation techniques. But Ao Bing's body, how can he withstand Neza's huge strength? When Neza pressed Ao Bing's heart, that scene was called bloody. The stiff 05 will Ao Bing, and directly explode on the spot. Oops, I accidentally got a little stronger. I'm sorry, I'll put it together for you right away. Listen to it. If you press it, you can assemble it. Not to mention that he accompanied Ao Bing, he quickly fled back to the Dragon Palace to move the rescuers. On the other hand, he shouted that he was dying, killing, no, the turtle prime minister who killed the dragon. Neza directly started the emergency rescue assembly on the spot. Pity. 7-year-old Neza has too little knowledge. The word Ao Bing was not assembled. In the end, only one mastiff character was formed. The bottom point, which is the word C, is kneaded into a point and assembled. Boy. Poor Ao Bing, the direct species have changed. From a real dragon to a mastiff. It's no wonder that the Dragon King of the East China Sea, Li Jing's senior sister, Ao Guang. I'm going to come to Li Jing's trouble. However, perhaps it was Sister Ao Guang who had an unclear relationship with Li Jing before. Now, I didn't come directly to the door with shrimp soldiers and crabs. Instead, he saluted first and then soldiers, and handed a letter to inform him first. It seems that this time, we still have to find someone to help. Li Jing muttered to himself. Wang Er. Li Jing shouted, but Wang Er was nowhere to be seen. Master, Wang Er was signed as a singer by Tai2 Real People, and now he is not in the house. The servant on the side said. That's right, this funny world, don't take common sense seriously. After all, Tai2 Genren himself said that this is the Shang dynasty. Even if there is a business card, a signed singer, Huang Fiheng and Huo Yuanjia, it is a normal thing. After all, the space-time manager Xiao King Kong doesn't have so much time to deal with these little things. The queen of the family is very strict. A relatively simple living room, sofa, TV, home appliances are all available. Little King Kong sat on the sofa, dealing with a universe that was out of order. As soon as I sat down, I received a video. The image in the video is very simple, it is a wolf and a few sheep going to buy something called a star map. In the end, he was put on a swing by the wolf. Because, that wolf, is a person pretending. This is a sealed black history, and someone has actually recorded it. Forget it, let them play in that time and space, anyway, one more is not too much, and one less is not too much. No, those three guys, get me in, let them go and have fun. Read the violent novel, go to the Filu Novel Network. King Kong seemed to be talking to himself. But in that video, two words were displayed. Agree. By the way, I also have to help match the river god and Athena. That elm head, sending axes every day, not going to see Athena, that's enough. Hearing Xiao Kong's words, the handwriting changed. It's too hard. Okay, just try to do it. Dragon Palace of the East China Sea, Dragon King Ao Guang, you want to force Master Li to hand over Neza. That is to say, this real-time dynamic copy, does it need to be done with the East China Sea Dragon Palace? Yang Zheng seemed to be a little dignified when he spoke. But the smile on his face is undeceiving. Emperor Qin, what are you afraid of? If you can grab some treasures in the East China Sea Dragon Palace, then you will make a lot of money. Zhu Yuanzhang said happily that he was very attentive to the trip to the Dragon Palace this time. That's right, Master Li's side of the world, but there are immortals. Presumably, the treasure house of the Dragon King of the East China Sea is not only the treasures of the immortal family, the elixir, but also the cultivation of immortal methods, alchemy refining tools and so on, there must be a lot. However, if there is no conflict, there will be no conflict. After all, we can find a way to resurrect the Dragon Prince. When the time comes, we can also see if we can connect with the Dragon Palace, and only by being harmonious can we make money. The great elder of Kyushu said. People think it's a good idea. The Dragon Prince is not dead, but just physically injured. Just consume points and help them recover. It's not a hassle. Li Jing listened to everyone's words, and felt a little relieved in his heart. With the supernatural power of the origin, even if Neza 960 has 3 long and 2 short, there is no need to be afraid. After Li Jing discussed with various families, he had confidence in his heart. After going back, he quietly waited for the arrival of the Dragon Palace. Of course, the Dragon Palace also came as promised. Li Jing opens a real-time dynamic dungeon to form a team. This cheat is a limited-level secret realm. The maximum number of people is 10 people, and admission is limited to the first order of immortals. Master, Master. At the door, from Tai2 Real People, Wang Er, who learned singing skills, has a significantly louder voice than before. However, Wang Er, you are becoming so trendy now. Also did hair, it seems that my Li mansion should keep you, you are going to be a big star. Li Jing started the team at this moment, summoned all the people, and looked at Wang Er. Wang Er, are the people from the Dragon Palace roaring outside? Wang Er nodded, straightened his hairstyle, put on the hat of the must be two real team, and walked with his tongue. Yo, sir, listen to me. There's a bunch of immortals out there. It's infuriating to call and scold the master's name. Even if it's an immortal, it's a mistake. Master, let them get rough up, yo. Wang Er finished singing with one hand, but there was still Li Jing's shadow in front of him. Strategy for the All Heavens dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 108. Li Jing, get out of here. Li Jing, get out of here and die. Li Jing, I'm in the Dragon Palace of the East China Sea, I'm waiting here with a gun. Li Jing. Prime Minister Gui Cheng held a megaphone in his hand and shouted for a long time, but he didn't see Li Jing move. Wang, it doesn't seem to be reacting, is Li Jing not at home? Prime Minister Gui's face was a little pale, and his neck was a little tight. Since that day, I witnessed Neza, the scene of Ao Bing's murder. Now he can be said to have suffered serious psychological trauma. However, Li Jing did not let the Dragon Palace wait for a long time, and walked out with Neza and the raiders who formed a team. Let's be honest, though. The group of people in the Dragon Palace may not be enough for King Kong Barbie, who beat it alone. The original fate, Neza was also in order not to hurt the people of Chintagwan. Only then did he cut himself here, and then went to tie two real people and obtain the body of Lotus Root. Transformed into a normal body. However, Neza has lost the body of King Kong Barbie, is it still 10 cold Neza? Sister Ao Guang, I haven't seen you for many years, you are still so glamorous and moving, and your beauty is still the same. It's so pitiful. Li Jing slapped a fart when he met. When Ao Guang heard this, his body twisted, and his heart was full of joy. But a dog howl came from beside her, pulling her mind back again. Humph, Li Jing, don't give this king this set, today, this king is here to trouble your son Neza. This king cares about the past, and told you all the good things your son has done. Li Jing nodded, but he clenched his fists and said. Sister Ao Guang, this incident was not intentional by the dog, but an unintentional. Yes, and he was shattered at the time, and I still managed to fight him back. Neza also said with a smile. Hear this. Ao Guang, the Dragon King of the East China Sea, pointed to a big fluffy white dog beside him. Hateful yelled at Li Jing and Neza and others. You call this spelling back? It's not just Ao Guang who is yelling at the breach. Even Li Jing and others were so shocked that they didn't know how to complain. Anyway, how did you spell it at the time? It's hard for you to be able to spell Ao Bing into a mastiff. Ao Guang, who was indignant in his heart, said even more sadly at the moment. That's it, but your son actually scared my little turtle. Originally, his neck could stretch out so long. As he spoke, he gestured with both hands. And now, I'm so scared that you can only stretch out a little. He gestured with 2 fingers. You say, how are you going to accompany me? Ao Guang's words instantly petrified everyone. Is this the Dragon King of the East China Sea? I'm afraid it's not a fake. What the hell is she putting in her head? Therefore you must deliver your son up today, and I want him to pay with his life. If you don't pay it... Humph. Today, I am in the Dragon Palace of the East China Sea, and I want to use this big water, learn from the white snake Niang, and come to Chintagwan with water. I'm here to see if your son's life is important, or the lives of hundreds of thousands of people in Chintagwan. Ha ha ha. Looking at the Dragon King Aogwang, who was laughing loudly, Prime Minister Gui couldn't help but complain lightly. King, Bai Sohan is still just a little snake, you have crossed over. Don't spit on me at this time. Aogwang shouted and looked at Li Jing. Behind her, she had cast a spell that stirred up the waves hundreds of kilometers high. It seems that in the next moment, the entire Chantang Pass will be destroyed. Seeing this, Li Jing's expression was solemn, and he naturally hurriedly said, Sister Aogwang, how can you be so despicable? Baby. Read the violent novel, go to the Fila Novel Network. Are you Kwaban King, delicate as a baby? However, now, do you still want to slap the king's ass? Thank you for your compliment, but you must still hand over your son. If he wants to hand over Neza, Li Jing will naturally not agree. Seeing that the smell of gunpowder is full, it is naturally time for the raiders to come forward to make peace with the Dragon King. The moon god of the Yin and Yang family walked out, bowed to Aogwang with a fist, and then said, Lord Dragon King, if we have a way to restore Ao Bingongzi, I don't know if there is still room for negotiation. After all, the flood of the city hurts innocent people, but it will be riddled with sin and cause and effect. Don't let your good reputation be damaged by the time comes. Aogwang looked at the moon god, his eyes narrowed. She glanced up and down at the moon god, staring in front of the moon god. It's not as big as mine, but it's not small. Good. I am beautiful and moving, shy of flowers in the closed moon, sinking fish and geese, and my reputation is very good. If you can really cure my little tortoise. Ahem. Cure my son, by the way, the little turtle, this matter can be stopped. Hearing Aogwang's words, Li Jing and the others looked a lot more relaxed. Okay, Dragon Lord. My name is the Moon God, so I'll call the Dragon King a sister. Why don't we go to the Dragon Palace and have a detailed chat? Real-time dynamic copy completed. Mission, Chintagwan crisis lifted completed. Neza's self-cutting fate has been broken. In the Dragon Palace. At this moment, the banquet is opened. Luna, Zhu Ignorance, Fuyu, Lengfeng, Xianba, and others, sitting on the bottom of the Dragon Palace. There are clam spirit banshees, with delicious food. There are mermaids playing and singing ballads. And the Dragon Palace is worthy of being the Dragon Palace, it is really magnificent. Huge corals, like crystal trees, are hung with crystal clear gemstones. It ripples in the sea and glows with a colorful glow. Schools of shrimp soldiers and crabs will roam the ocean floor. Huge sharks, octopus, whales and more swim like a sea monster, Zhao. These are all krakens, but they are no ordinary underwater creatures. It was an eye-opener for everyone, including the people in the origin who watched the live broadcast. Our control over the bottom of the sea is indeed too weak. If there is such a magical power as the Dragon Palace, it can build a palace at the bottom of the sea. At the bottom of the sea, there are shrimp soldiers, crabs, etc. That's a great help to us and the exploration and development of the entire sea. Yang Zheng's words naturally let everyone agree. We don't want much. If we can establish a naval army led by the Dragon clan in our Ming Dynasty's sea department, it would be a good choice. There are a lot of good things in the sea. Of course, Zhu Yuanzhang was thinking about the bottom of the sea. It's also a good choice to build an undersea city and enjoy a different kind of undersea ecosystem. The 6 elders of Kyushu said. Each has its own ideas. Duty. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm Chasing Water in the Sky. Chapter 109. The real-time dynamic copy opened by Li Jing this time is a restricted level copy. There are only 2 locations, Dragon Palace and Chentang Pass. It's a pity that I can't go anywhere else. You can't go to see other immortal mountain blessed lands, or look for immortal cultivators. For example, as Li Jing said, the Tai-Tu real person who accepted Neza as a disciple. However, the Dragon Palace and his party have also gained a lot of money. This time, those who participated in the Dragon Palace naturally all participated. The scattered forces also invested in points in proportion to the resurrection of Ao Bing. Even Conan Kun, who was watching the live broadcast, did not fall behind. The power of the 4 great powers did not do that thing of monopoly. Naturally, all the forces involved in the points can conduct commercial trade with the Dragon Palace. Therefore, on the side of the Dragon Palace, the Dragon King Ao Guang's sister, and his son Ao Bing. Naturally, he was invited into this hospital by Li Jing's invitation letter and became a raider. Only in this way can we better communicate and cooperate. To be honest now, there aren't many raider forces connected to the origin. But every force knows that win-win cooperation is a forward word. It is the most advocated and agreed by everyone. And when the Dragon Palace and his party entered the origin to negotiate, the line of sight skipped the Dragon Palace on Donghai Road, and skipped Master Huang and Master Huo who were still posing on the roof. Enter 723, a fairy mountain. This is the dojo of Taijin. Yo, the destiny of my disciple Spirit Bead has actually been changed. Even Li Jing, as well as the Dragon Palace, it seems that fate has been connected. Interesting, such a fun thing, how could I miss it too? Tai-Tu real people look like they are always interested. In the cabinet on the side, he took out a stack of his business cards, and set off directly to the Li mansion. In the origin, Ao Bing turned into his original form, and the body of the real dragon was extremely large. Long Wei burst. Even if it is that obscene energy, even if it becomes a dragon body, it will not go away. Xianba immediately called the divine dragon of the wind and cloud world. Compared with Ao Benji, the gap in the power of the true dragon is too big. However, then again, among the origin raiders, the number of monsters has increased again. The 4 holy beasts of the world society, the originally dead divine phoenix, have been resurrected by refining the blood extracted by Emperor Shakti. Then there's King Kong from Skull Island. There are still 9-tailed beasts in the ninja world, and now they have come to the East China Sea Dragon Palace. Fenjian Shenlong, looking at Ao Bing, who is in mid-air, will be twisted into an S shape, and will be twisted into a B shape. The huge dragon's eyes twitched, and the dragon's whiskers trembled. This is a bit of a dragon. But with such a dragon king, it may become like this, and it is not an accident. Yeoken picked up a book on alchemy and looked at it carefully. With farmers, doctors, and people from Kyushu Agricultural College, they were amazed at the secret method of alchemy. It's really a wonderful alchemy method, and the control of the fire path is even more powerful and subtle than my secret method. Among them, the fire of the earth, the fire of the air, the fire of the stone, the fire of the wood, the true fire of samadhi, the fire of the sky, and so on. It also makes Yeoken itchy and unbearable, and I can't wait to take it immediately, compare it with different fires, and study. Beside her, the moon god was muttering a spell. Wishful thinking, as I wish, quickly manifest my spirit. Her size suddenly became huge. But she forgot that she was wearing a dress. It made the 1SBS standing at the bottom twitch their noses. This is the size of the divine power immortal law. It's not just about getting bigger, it's about increasing the strength of the body in all directions. The moon god indifferently shrunk and said to everyone. Not only that, but those who are proficient in this method can also refine this magical power into the artifact in advance. If you read a violent novel, go to Feel a Novel Network. If you recite a spell, you can change the size of the object at will. It's really a fairy power, it's unusual. But Moon God, you still need to pay a little more attention when you perform the method. Otherwise, don't let the yin and yang family and Daqin's face be lost. Concubine Dong Junyan said softly, Afia, but the wind of words changed and said a word about the Moon God. The two are worthy of being old enemies, and they can always find an opportunity to strike. There are indeed a lot of immortal magic ways preserved in the Dragon Palace. Almost all the forces came to buy some. In particular, the forces of the four major kingdoms have almost bought all the treasures of the Dragon Palace. Here, Ao Guang's favorite is the anti-harem technique that he got from the ninja world. It has even reached a cooperation with Kyushu to build a new modern underwater city under its own Dragon Palace. Sister Ao Guang, the cultivation method of domesticating the shrimp soldiers and crab generals on the bottom of the sea is the method of command. Ao Guang didn't wait for Liang Rong to finish speaking, and hurriedly hugged Liang Rong. Eyebrows are red. Don't worry, Sister Liang Rong, you have given me so many good things, I will naturally help you. This thing is not difficult, mainly because of the bloodline of my dragon clan, Via. Well, my son will be handed over to you to study, he should be a good subject to study, just don't get killed. After all, the resurrection of my dragon clan is too expensive to make. Ao Bing, who didn't know that he had been sold, came to the mysterious succubus cafe surrounded by Shenlong and King Kong. Why mysterious? Because as long as anyone who has been in there, they are silent about this place. There seems to be a big secret in it. It's strange that everyone is surprisingly united in keeping secrets. Wuyo. Brother Ao, the brothers have transformed into human supernatural powers, or treasures, so please trouble Brother Ao to help. King Kong rubbed his hands together and continued towards Ao Bing. Wow wow. This is a treasure place, we don't usually tell others, but Brother Ao and our friendship, this place, I just told you. Shenlong, one-tailed Shao He, nine-tailed Nine Llamas, King Kong and other people spoke mysteriously, and their eyes were a little wrong. Ao Bing held his head high and looked at the sign called Succubus Cafe. Looked at the two succubus ladies at the door, and instantly understood the meaning of the pretty boy. He patted King Kong on the shoulder, circled and turned into a human form, and fell to the ground. Don't worry, if this good place satisfies Prince Ben, you refine your throat bones and transform into human powers, I will definitely inform you. Ao Bing said with a fan, squinting his eyes. Brothers, Brother Ao will go first to explore the way. Looked at Ao Bing, surrounded by succubi, and entered the cafe. The fire unicorn standing behind arched King Kong. Wuyo. Translation, okay, let Brother Ao help me find a girlfriend. Before the pretty boy could speak, the nine tails lay on the fire unicorn's head and said. Don't worry, I'll talk about it when he comes out, he won't forget it. Strategy for the All Heavens Dungeon, starting from the Biohive. Author, I'm chasing water in the sky. Chapter 110. Ao Bing, who looked comfortable and happy, left the cafe. Sure enough, they are all my good brothers. Magical powers or anything, it's not a thing. What? Xiaohuo wants to find a female unicorn as his girlfriend. It's on me, little things, little things. It's a pity that Ao Bing's cattle batch was halfway blown away, and he was taken away by the people of the Heavenly Research Institute. Judging by the degree of his resistance, he probably didn't know what the next days were. Good brother, for a lifetime, brothers wait for their brother to come out. Ao Bing's voice faded away. But the fire unicorn, King Kong, Nine Tails, and Shenlong picked up their tails and didn't say a word. Obviously, the appearance of those white coats reminded them of the unbearable past. Wuyo. Okay, let's barbecue, pretty boy, the big octopus in your lake, let's use it as sashimi today. I'm going to eat. 2. As if nothing had happened, the beasts hurried away. Lest you be targeted by those neuropaths again. Especially Orochimaru, who joined the ninja world, and Senjima. In the Heavenly Research Institute, you can hear an inexplicable roar almost every day. Laughter with BT. Make people. Make the beast shudder. Wow, that's a lot of monsters. Wang. I am Thor, the god of thunder, the glory of the god of the north. River god, Thor, shut up, little King Kong said, this place is dangerous. Athena said cautiously. New to the Sanrin. It was Byakui's team who had just returned from the trading area and was about to brush up on a few secret realms. Wow, there's such a handsome dog. Seato looked at Thor, who was wearing a red cloak, holding Thor's hammer in his hand, and his eyes were suddenly resolute and solemn, and said exaggeratedly. Looked at Seato's eyes. Thor straightened up, raising his hand and pressing the button on the clasp of his cloak. I'm Thor. For the glory of the gods of the north. Thor. Seato looked at the handsome Thor suspiciously, incredulous. Seeing Seato's puzzled look, Shilentol danced the hammer in his hand. I'm Thor. I'm Thor. I'm Thor. Okay, don't press. Athena quickly interrupted Thor's movements. Hello, I am Athena, the daughter of Zeus, the god of the west. This is Thor, the god of thunder, the son of Odin, the god of the north. This obscene-looking guy is the river god of the employee of the oriental god Nuwa. Excuse me, is this the place of origin of the heavens? Seeing Athena asking, Byakui waved his hand and gestured to talk as he walked. Didn't you look at the river god? Was he about to be pulled into the cafe by the succubus lady? The mountains behind him were a few bigger, and they didn't know what they were talking about. River god, let's go. Wang. Only then did Byakui speak, and said as he walked. Hello, my name is Byakui, these are my teammates, you are new. This is the origin world of the heavens. Byakui said as he spoke, feeling emotion in his heart, even the gods came running. However, it is not surprising that there were dragons in the past and gods in the present. Let's go, let me introduce you to the heavenly origin secret realm. By the way, let's brush up on a secret realm together, so that you can familiarize yourself with it. Athena didn't refuse, and the river god and Thor naturally didn't say much. Manifest secret realm, mountain demon jungle. Mission, kill the secret realm monster little snake demon, from the journey to the west. Admission restrictions, extraordinary fourth order and below are optional, limited to 5 people, limited to high-tech. Secret specialty, spirit plant, monster, read the violent novel, go to the Philo Novel Network. Reward, 1000 points, 1 chi refining realm demon pill. Weekly secret realm, Scarlet Abbey. Mission, clear the secret realm, kill all enemies, from World of Warcraft. Admission restrictions, extraordinary 6th order and below are optional, limited to 10 people, limited to high-tech. Secret realm specialties, spirit gold, spirit materials, extraordinary skills, low probability of dropping space backpack. Reward, 3000 points, 10 volumes of random cloth and silk extraordinary materials. Manifest unlimited dungeon secret realm, Galaxy Zerg. Mission, no restrictions, from the world of Galaxy Wars. Secret specialty, Zerg, Shinix, technology. Reward, kill any kind of Zerg and you will get the corresponding points. Byakui was picky, and among the countless dungeons, he chose the secret realm of the Zinc Zerg dungeon. Inside this dungeon secret realm, there is an alien planet. Follow the information in the secret realm. The human federation in this world is highly developed, roaming the stars and waging war against the Zerg. However, it is not long before this secret realm has been opened. This should be the hinterland occupied by the Zerg, and the Terrans in that secret realm have not yet reached this side. So, for the power of the four powers, this is not yet the time for a full-scale attack. They have to wait. Wait for the human federation of that world to fight the Zerg. Then go in and kill it. They want both Zerg and technology. It doesn't matter if people go in and have fun in groups. As long as you don't kill too hard. Biohive, they are naturally measured. Galaxy Wars World, Zerg occupy the planet. This was originally a resource star of the Human Federation. Today, it has been occupied by the Zerg. This Zerg is called the Ignis. Another Zerg that is completely different from the Xenomorphs. This is a Zerg that has evolved to be able to fight in the universe. Featuring a variety of different classes. There is even a god who rules the entire Zerg. Worm God. This is the greatest goal of the Origin forces. Because it was just Athena, Thor, and the river god casually looked. Let them experience the secret realm of the dungeon, so they didn't stay long. I just looked at it in the secret realm. But the river god seems to be an ordinary person and doesn't do anything. It was Athena and Thor who impressed Biohive and others. But apparently they weren't interested in those disgusting bugs, so they just looked at them and hurried away. Athena, let's go, you are here at the right time today. Hearing Biohive's words, Athena looked puzzled. What did you call it at the right time? Is there something good right away? Athena, today in the Origin space, a new restaurant has been opened, called Abe Restaurant. There's a top supreme chef from another world, and the dishes he makes can still shine, it's so delicious. Seato's eyes lit up and he swallowed. 1,000.